Good morning, Ellen. My name is Girly Morgan. Can I see your passport, please?
Here's my passport.
Thank you. That's fine. So let's begin. Do you like to read by yourself or with other people?
Well, actually, I'm not a big fan of reading, but sometimes since I am a nurse, so I don't have any choice but to read, of course, our nursing book so that I can able to know everything, especially the latest trend on how to provide healthcare to my patient.
Do you read professional books?
What I said a while ago, I'm not really an avid fan of reading, but since also I am a nurse, so I really read most of our book, which is part of being a professional nurse. So yeah, mostly I read nursing medical book.
Okay. Why do parents make children read books at an early age?
Maybe because most parents wanted their children to know basic things like especially reading, and before entering into the school. uh, I remember when I was young, my father uh, teach me how to read first before he wanted me to send to school. So I think that is the main reason why parents uh, they want to they want their children to learn how to read.
What was your favorite book, if you can still remember it as a child?
Uh, I remember when I was on my teenage life, I really love reading which book, which is about craft. So I really don't know why I enjoyed reading such kind of book, but I make I mean I make myself happy, and also it's like it's like for me my hobby to read those kind of book. I feel so nervous.
It's okay. That's very, very interesting, but at the same time scary.
um,
Witchcraft. But I think I've never heard anyone shown interest on books like that. But it's a very interesting book that you're reading. Should reading be compulsory at school?
yes, definitely yes, because it's part of our education, and also it's part of our school um, program, that the main thing that we need to know first is to read, uh, and also not only of course reading, you need to know also writing. But I think that is the main reason why it is a must to know how to read.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Did you do any sport when you were younger?
Well, since I have a bronchial asthma and allergies, so basically I'm not doing any sport. Sports like volleyball, basketball. I used to swim when I was on my uh, preschool, because my father teach me how to swim, and also uh, he said to me that uh, if you're going to swim, especially in the beach, it help your lungs to expand and to to uh, make your bronchial asthma away. It's according to him.
Did it help you?
Yes, it's true, but I really don't know. It's just like psychological or whatever. But it helps me. It helps a lot actually.
Great, great.
Yes.
That's good. Have you ever supported a sports team?
Again, please. I can't hear.
Have you ever supported a sports team? Is there any particular sports team that you are supporting that you
Uh,
like?
Actually, I'm a big fan of basketball, so I really support basketball team, especially if you know Alaska team here in the Philippines. It's a number one basketball team before, but I really don't know now. But I think yes, basketball player. It's I put all my support for my team.
Now let's proceed to part 2.
Uh-huh.
I would like you to get a pencil
Mm-hmm.
and an extra sheet of paper
Mm-hmm.
and plan about this for a minute. And you have 2 minutes to talk about it. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Your
Okay,
timer starts now.
Okay, timer stops. You may start talking now.
Okay, I just want to talk about the performance that I watched before. I think when I was on my college life, which is the performance of Lea Salonga. She is a singer in the Philippines, and her voice is very beautiful and relaxing. And I enjoyed watching her because of number one, she's my idol, and also she's a good singer, and she's famous singer not only in the Philippines, also in around the world. I think saw her performance, which is the Miss Saigon. I just only watch it by on the TV, which is I watched it for almost 2 hours, and I really amazed on her performance because uh she have a talented voice, and she is very lovely and beautiful also. And she while performing the Miss Saigon, I felt like uh, I'm also part of the uh, that performance, since she's also a very good actress, and we all and here in the Philippines, uh we all know about Lea Salonga. It's just not only a singer, she's also a good performer and a philanthropist, and she is also one of the judge on the famous TV show here in the Philippines, which is searching for a singers. So that's why I really enjoyed watching her, because also uh, she is not just only a she's not just only a good actress, she's also a good
Okay,
performer.
minutes is over now.
Oh my god.
Let's
I
going to
really
talk about part 3 now. Early.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
So let's proceed to part three. Do you think traditional performances are important?
Again, mom, I cannot hear you.
Do you think traditional performances are important?
Well, yes, of course, since it's our tradition to have to a performance. So I think it's really important to maintain a traditional performance, because for me, since nowadays are really different from before, uh you need to have not only just one talent, also have a multiple talent to be a good performer, right?
Nice. Okay. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's what do you think is the difference between watching a live performance and watching it on TV?
Well, since I did not experience a live performance yet, but I do believe that if you're watching into live or in person, I think it's more exciting, and also at the same time give you a satisfying feeling.
Okay. And
Mm.
what do you think um, to watch? How do you think to watch a dance performance or a stage play influences children?
Well, nowadays I think there's a big impact, uh those there's a big impact, those performer who really put some challenge in all the children's, like the new trend, especially in TikTok. If someone challenge you on how to dance, I oh I lost my sorry.
Okay.
Again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's okay. But that's actually the end of our speaking question. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hi.
Hi, mom.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. You were a good
Mm.
sport. Okay. Even you were all unprepared, but you still, tried your best to answer all the questions. And thank you very much, Early, for doing
Mhm.
this for us. Well, I just want to
Mhm.
make a comment about it. Well, first and foremost, I like it that you smile, okay, because
Mhm.
at least that shows that you are comfortable with the presence of the examiner. Because at the end of the day, it's really about making them comfortable and showing to them that you are really interested to talk to them, okay? And so
Mhm.
I like that you keep yourself, uh, pleased by the fact that even if you don't know what to do anymore or what else to
Yes.
say, you still smile, you still wear that smile, okay? That's very good. There are just some things that, of course, I want to share to you, or things that you can improve on. So, for
Mhm.
example, always remember that examiners are there to see for themselves if you are comfortable using the language. Okay, that's the
Mhm.
first thing. That's why I've been using the word comfortable. So, how would you know if the person is comfortable? Of course, you would see that the person is not fidgety, right? Not keep on moving, okay? The hands like this, okay? And also the tone of voice. It's also one of the gestures of what? Show of confidence. So, for example,
Mhm.
if your voice is not going up and low and just fading away, then that means that you are struggling not only for words but also for ideas, right?
Mhm.
That's
Yes.
the problem about speaking tests. It's easy for them to recognize if
Mhm.
you're having a hard time or not. Uh,
Yeah.
yes, you cannot fake that. So that's why
Mhm.
in our review we are giving away templates. We're giving ways on how to answer the questions. And
Mhm.
I don't know if you remembered one of the templates that I gave before. I gave away one template. It was about
Mhm.
word. The acronym is area. Okay. What is that?
Mhm.
Area, or yes, we call that also prep, area or prep.
Mhm.
I don't want to confuse you with that. But anyway, area, how do you spell that? It's AREA, right?
Mhm.
How do you spell
Mhm.
area? It's just AREA. Now,
EA.
that's
Yes.
why? What does this A? The A stands for you need to give an answer to the question. And
Mhm.
after you give your answer, you're going to give your reason for it. And then
Mhm.
that should be followed by an example or evidence. And then you will wrap it up with going back to your answer. Okay? Again,
Mhm. Okay.
answer, reason,
Reason.
example, answer.
Mhm.
Again, answer, reason.
Answer, reason, example,
So
answer.
that would be the template. Because as I notice, you don't know how to start. You don't know also
Yes.
again, right? So
Yes.
seems like you're struggling. And this is not just for you. This is for everyone who's taking the test and
Mhm.
is not actually ready. Okay. So basically, for example, do you like to read by yourself or with other people? Right. So this is a question of actually not asking you if you want to read or not. Okay.
Mhm.
It's just about who do you want to read with? Is it just all by yourself or with somebody? Right. So
Mhm.
this is a question where if you're going to say yourself, you're going to tell me why you just want to read all by yourself. And then you give me an example of that. And then you give me, again, go back to your answer. So, for example,
Answer.
do you like to read by yourself or with other people? Oh, to be perfectly honest, I'm more comfortable reading all by myself because of that, okay?
Mhm. Yeah.
Because I can read it all by my own pacing. Like I can just take time because there are times when I'm also struggling for words. If I don't know the word that is being used there, of course, I need to go back to that. And if I can, read a dictionary to find the meaning of that word so I can really comprehend fully what I'm reading. And I don't want that person to also, just wait for me till I discover the meaning of the word or the definition of the word, right? So it
Mhm.
would be good if I can just read it all by myself so I can do it all and just according to how I pace myself.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you
Yes,
ask
miss.
me, then you can go back. So if you ask me if I would love to read by myself or with other people, of course, I would say it's the former. So you
Mhm.
don't need to go back. You can just say former. And if you want to choose the other one, the latter, because you are tested
Okay.
on your vocabulary and it's good that you have a lot of resource. Okay. So again, do you like to read by yourself or with other people? You need to explain this, and the way to make it easy for them to understand is when you yourself is not having a hard time.
Mhm.
To be
Yes.
honest, I feel that you're struggling even from the beginning, and so
Mhm.
examiner feels that. And
Mhm.
when they feel that you don't know what else to say, then it is easy to conclude that using the language is really something difficult for you. And so you won't be given 7 band score. Okay. So
Yes.
I need you to be comfortable. And so
Mhm.
I know it's easy said and done to say that you need to be comfortable, but it's a lot easier. It would show somehow that you are comfortable if you are following a template. What is our template? We give our answer, our
Answer,
reason, our
reason,
example,
example, and answer.
and the good news is you can make up stories for your example. Okay,
Yes.
you can make
Yes.
up stories. So, do you read professional books? So you said, because I know this. Say, do you like to read by yourself or with other people? You talk about your nursing. Oh no, not really. Okay. Uh, it's not actually the question about, uh, do you want to read? Okay. No,
Mm-mm.
just by yourself or with other people. So
Yes.
are the two essential factors, yourself or with other people. Okay. So that's why the follow-up question is, do you read professional books? And it's good that you actually just recap about what you said a while ago. And you said, oh, like I mentioned, I am into nursing books. If I will have the luxury of time to read, I would want to read something related to my profession, which is nursing. Okay. Uh, because, again, that's it. You're going to give me a reason.
Yes.
It's to
Because
improve my
it's
skill.
really
Yes, it's to improve my skill. And I think the best way to really improve it is not just by doing it, but also by reading it.
by reading. Yeah.
In fact, yesterday, I had a patient, I happened to have a patient who was suffering with cancer of lungs. I almost forgot about the pathophysiology of cancer of the lungs. And so I got to read it again. And I felt good about it because there were just so many things that I get to refresh myself by simply reading.
Reading. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do parents make children read books at an early age? Okay. Why? So again, you need to give me an answer. So your answer must be a reason. Okay. So why do
Mhm.
parents make children read books at an early age? Well, basically, I think it is to improve their comprehension ability. Because
Mhm.
if you have a good comprehension ability at a very young age, then it would be a lot easier for you to read complex books when you get to be older. I have a
Mhm.
friend, she used to read even at the age of 5 years old. And when she went into college, she said it was so easy for her to read even the thick books, like even an encyclopedia. It would not take her so much time to complete it. And she
Mhm.
said her foundation was just because at an early age, she was exposed to really a lot of books. She would read a lot. So, as you notice, what did I do? I gave my reason, which is to improve the comprehension ability. And then again, I give my reason why it's so important to have a good comprehension ability. You understand that? Because
Yes.
it will help you when you get to be older. You can easily understand things that you read. So you give an example of a person who did that, and that person was successful because she was reading at an early age. And so
Mhm.
you see that? This is just
Yes.
basic templates that we are actually teaching in our review center, but I really make sure that I pass it on because some are really comfortable with the language. And so they just speak by themselves. They have already their way out, they know what to say. But for us who are not really comfortable, who are not used to using English, it would be a
Mhm.
struggle for us to just speak as much as we can, right?
Yeah.
We cannot
Yes.
cut ourselves short because we need to prove to them that we have a lot of ideas. At the same time, we have a lot of words to back up our points. Okay,
Yeah.
so we need that template. So, what was your favorite book as a child? And I know, by the way, you can be honest about it. The first thing you need to have a template. Okay, if you don't know what
Yeah.
to say, if you're good enough, you can, like I said, if you're good enough, you can say what you say, express yourself comfortably, confidently. You don't need to follow my template. I don't want to fix something that isn't broken. Okay, you're good to go.
Mm.
But if you have problems with developing your thoughts, I would be telling you, you need this. You need that
Yes.
template. Okay. And the second thing that is very important is you need to be very mindful of the tense that you are using because examiner
Mm.
is waiting for you to make errors on your tenses. Now,
Mhm.
how would I know the tense? Of course, by merely listening. Be keen enough to listen to the tense of the question. For example, what was your favorite book as a child? So anything that you're going to be talking about would be all in what? Past form of the verb.
Mhm.
Yes. So, and yeah, that's the first thing. That's the second thing. The first thing, your template. Number two, the tense. Okay. So what was your favorite book? So everything should be in the past form of the verb. Number 3, always think, is this question asking for singular or plural answer? Obviously, it's singular because the question is, what was your favorite book as a child? Right?
Mhm.
So I don't need to give you 2. I just need to give you 1 book. And I can make up
Yes.
stories because you cannot do this. I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry to reveal this to you and to all of you guys watching on YouTube or on our Facebook. If you cannot say this. What was your favorite book as a child? Oh, I don't really read it much. No, I don't know. I don't read. You can't do that. Okay?
Mhm.
Examiners will not give you points for that. There will be instead what? Deductions. So what was your favorite book as a child? I'll be honest with you, I'm not a reader myself, and I could really I could hardly remember what was the book that I read when I was a child. But let me see. If my memory serves me right, I think it was about a fairy tale. You don't really have to tell me the title of the book. You can
Yeah.
just tell me the story of the book. Okay?
Mhm.
I forgot the title of it. But I think it was about a boy who was actually very lazy. For example, you want to talk about Juan Tamad. Okay? Yeah.
Yes.
Whatever comes to. And I had one student, and I even, tell them, you can even tell your own story. I could
Mm.
remember one little girl. She was because I had a student before. I told her because she wasn't a reader herself, and I would say this is one of the common questions in the IELTS test that they would ask you because they know that you would have a hard time answering this because you yourself you don't read, and so you will have a hard time explaining your thoughts. So they want to see that how you find your way out. So if you will be asked what was your favorite book, you don't have to remember the title of it. You don't have to even tell me who are the characters, but at least you can remember 1 or 2%. But at least what is so significant about the book? You understand? So what was your favorite book? Oh, I'll be honest with you, I could hardly remember the name of the title of the book. Yeah. But I think it was about a little boy. He was just so
Mhm.
lazy. And so his parents was actually complaining about it because he wouldn't do anything. He would just end his day, retire from his day, doing nothing. And he was happy about that. So, you can make up stories. Anyway, they would just cut you short. Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if you're going to read a book, one thing about it, you need to tell me all in past form, right? What was your favorite book? I could not recall. I would not even remember. Would. That is a past form of the verb. Now, the second
Yes.
thing, if you're going to talk about the story of the book, now you need to be mindful of this. This is not usually taught at school, but you are supposed to talk about this in present tense.
Mhm.
So if the same thing, when you will be asked about your favorite movie, what
Mhm.
was you can talk about, oh, my favorite movie was Titanic. So your favorite movie was Titanic because what was
Mhm.
your favorite movie? But if I'm gonna ask you, what is your favorite movie? Oh, my favorite movie is Titanic. You know that is what? That was shown long time ago, right?
Mhm.
But if you will be asked, could you tell me about it? Then that's the time when you are going to talk about everything in present form. Of
Present
this.
form.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when Leonardo DiCaprio is really loving or telling her feelings, la 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 la, all is in present tense or present form of the verb. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Yes.
what was your favorite book? Should be reading be compulsory at school? Okay. Yes, it is. Again, you follow the template. Okay. You follow
Mhm.
the template.
Yes.
So just remember the template. Okay. And
Yes.
also the tense and answer if it's singular or plural. Now, I'd like to I'm almost done. Let's proceed to part 2. Describe a performance because the rest I'll be doing this in the review. Okay. And I know it's
Mhm.
kind of late already, so I just want to complete this. So, part 2, describe a performance you enjoyed watching. See, this is all past tense, right?
Mhm.
So, again, try to, of course, warn yourself or remind yourself that this should be all in past form of the verb. And I have a
Yes.
guide on how to do this. Okay, don't worry about that. But
Yes.
you ran out of time. You were not
Mm-hmm.
able to really, complete your thought. And it was just, yes, that just a struggle. But I think you were making it really obvious for your examiner that, hey, I don't know what else to say, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
we're gonna do something about that. Don't worry about that. You're gonna learn it during the review. Don't worry about it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have also steps on how to do this. Just like
Mm-hmm.
a template where I taught you about area. Now I also have ways on how to answer this that you will not run out of things or words to say. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm gonna
Yes.
discuss that thoroughly, but just one thing, okay, for our viewers who will not be availing our services, I just want to tell you guys, this is for you. Always remember that this should be in past form of the verb. And you have
Mm-hmm.
30 seconds to write about what you're going to say and 30 seconds to read what you have written. So even when you manage your time, you have 1 minute, you're not going to be writing for 1 minute. You're just going to be writing for 30 seconds. And half of that time, read what you have written. I will teach
Mm-hmm.
you. Okay? But always be reminded that you should be talking about this for 2 minutes.
Yes.
What if I'm done talking about this in 10 seconds or 20 seconds? Then you can now give an additional point or what we call share your anecdotal experience or story. You can make up story for the rest of the what time.
Time.
But you need to answer all of this first and foremost. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then for part three, wow, this is a difficult question. Do you think traditional performances are important?
Yeah, it's really this.
Yes, traditional performances. What are traditional performances, by the way? Of course, this is what this is anything which would depict our culture and tradition. So perfect
Mm-hmm.
example with this would be what? Our dance,
Fiesta,
right?
Sinulog Festival.
Yeah, Sinulog Festival would be one of the best examples of this. What else? You can also talk about anything that you do in Kalumpit, Bulacan. What are the usual performance there during fest or festivals, right? Like, yeah.
Yes,
What do
we
you have?
don't have, I think.
Oh, okay. Maybe you can try to research about it, but you don't have to really think about your place. You can talk about the
Mm-mm.
Sinulog in Cebu. So do you think
Mm-hmm.
traditional performances are important? It is. Actually, you can just follow the area still. Answer, reason, example,
Mm-hmm.
and answer. Do you think traditional
Mm-hmm.
performances are important? Oh, definitely. Okay, definitely. So instead of
Yeah,
saying yes or no, we need to replace that with the word definitely.
definitely. Yes.
Yes, because you are going to have your 25% on your lexical resource, which is your vocabulary, the word that
Mm-hmm.
you're using. If you're just going to be settling for yes or no, then the problem comes in because you're just what? You're just the same with the rest. You need to be what? You need to show your best foot forward. And part of that is would be you say, oh, definitely. That is to
Mm-hmm.
replace the answer for yes or no. Do you think traditional performances are important? Oh, definitely. Well, this is
Mm-hmm.
because of the fact that this is showcasing our culture and tradition. And that being said, it will usually enrich, and so it can be kept forever. One perfect
Mm-hmm.
example of this is that we have this dance, famous dance performance, usually done during celebrations like if ever we are celebrating traditional events, we do tinikling. There's no really
Mm-hmm.
English word for that, but it's when two people are dancing and they're using bamboo and they
Bamboo
show their
sticks.
expertise, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Bamboo sticks, and they try their best to just perform. It's kind of challenging to do that, but yeah, that just shows that this kind of traditional dance is really still rich in our country, and this depicts the Filipino tradition.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's it. What do you think is the difference between watching a live performance and watching it on TV? there is a marked disparity. I want you to copy my word, okay? Because you are asked, what do you think is the difference? Then you tell me, what is the difference? Is it large? There's a great deal of difference? No difference at all? Okay? Or you're a bit neutral about it. So you can just say, what do you think is the difference between watching a live performance? Oh, there is a marked disparity. It's another word for difference. Okay. There is a marked disparity. Because if a person is actually watching a live performance, he or she tends to get carried away by it. I don't know, there's just special vibe there that you get to dance, even if you're not actually part of the show. The feeling is just there. And since everybody's just so energized, they're all thrilled by the performances, I think you also get to feel the same way. I'd like to remember one certain event, and it was all, yeah, it was a concert of Leia Salonga. I actually talked about that a while ago. So I could not really forget the accelerating feeling I was actually experiencing during the time. Everybody was just giggling, everybody was just crying. They're just so excited when they saw, okay, Leia Salonga coming out and singing her best piece. That was Sana Maulit Muli. It's actually famous. You even have to say something about it. Don't worry, everything will be taught during the review. Okay?
Yes.
Don't worry about that. So again, there's just so many things that I want to share to you, but I want to save it during our review. Okay?
Yes.
Do you have any questions so far, Ellen?
Anyway, I just finished my listening topic
Oh, okay.
a while ago. But yes, I think I have doing a hard time in S5,
Oh,
listening 5.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I got only 26 points. That's
Oh,
why, yes, that's why I felt like, oh my God.
it's okay. It's okay, Ellen. Actually, the very purpose of that is to really test your skills. And again, I'd like to remind you that this has nothing to do with your IQ. This is just simply a skill test. So that means that you need to improve more. And if you notice it, my materials are more difficult than the ones in the actual test, right? Well, because I
Yes.
really want to prepare you for something really difficult. So when you get
Mm-hmm.
to immerse yourself with whatever materials in the actual test, it's a lot easier. So don't feel bad.
Yes.
Just do what you need to do. You have complete access to that for 2 months. You can keep on playing that and try to listen to it. Okay. And let me know once you're done and you're comfortable because we're going to do reading and we're going to do
Yes.
this.
Actually, I almost done. Actually,
Very good.
yes, I finished all of those things, and I'm just repeating.
Very good. That's the key
Yes.
to it. That's the key to it. And then after that,
Yes.
we're going to be doing the reading, okay, the reading portion. So, like I said, I'm giving you this so you have complete access to that. And once you say, I think I'm kind of comfortable about it, I think I'm okay with it. Now, I'm going to give you the set of materials that usually what given in the test. So you have your
Yes.
listening, you have your reading, and then you have your writing and your speaking. Then we are going to rationalize all the answers. So you will know how come my score is this, how come is this, okay? That's the most
Yes.
important thing about the review, knowing your strengths and your weaknesses. And we're here in Linguist Access Tutorial, we're trying really our best, okay, to give you the experience that you need in order to prepare you in your tests, okay? So don't worry
Yes,
about
I'm so excited.
I'm also very excited to see you
Yes.
come here in the US. So I'd like
Yes.
to yes, I'd like to say thank you, Ellen, and I'd like to say, Girly, do you have anything to advise to Ellen if you're still there?
Yes, I'm still here. Sorry, I have a 3-year-old waking up in the morning, but I wish you all the best, Ellen. I look forward to seeing you in the US very soon. Happy holidays to your family.
Yeah,
Thank you. Happy holiday too.
yeah,
Thank you, girly.
yeah. Hi, that's
Girl.
someone. Hi. Yeah, so thank you very much. And I pray that this is going to be the start of your journey and coming to the
Yes,
United States. You've been
I hope
interviewed. Did you have your interview or not yet? Not yet, right?
not yet.
When is this?
January 11.
January 11. That's the birthday of my husband. So that would
Oh,
be one of
really?
his prayers. Okay, don't worry about it.
Yes, thank
It would
you.
really it would run smoothly. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
So God bless Ellen, and thank you for your time. And I know it's already late there. I'm just so
Mhm.
happy that you really, found ways to have a review with us because
Mhm.
any way we can, we will really try our best to help. For all our subscribers there, I would like to invite you, if you think this is very useful or helpful, try to share it to someone else, especially the feedback that I gave. Okay, I completely say that these are the things that you don't just get to watch or read from. These are real experiences. And for me to be doing this for like more than a decade, I already know what to do, and I've been trained by the examiner, and I know exactly what they need from me. So once
Mhm.
again, I'm inviting you all to like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. It's Linguist Access Tutorial. We also have our page. Our purpose is just to help everyone come and fulfill their dreams, especially for those who've been struggling to pass the IELTS. Once again, thank you and have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.